All right, what's up, guys? VV back with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be doing a little bit of a, how do I say this? I've got some saved games that we have to get through so I can clear out my storage here and move on to some new games. So I want to get these out of the way real quick. These were games I had saved up that I was messing with. We're going to be going over 5 different decks today. We got Black Smoker, Purple Yellow Croc, Purple Yellow Nico Robin, Rebecca, and then Red Blue Marco. Okay, so we got 5 different leaders we're going to be going over in today's video. This is just going to be a fun compilation style video of a bunch of cool random different leaders. Okay, so with that in mind, let's hop straight into this. I'll still have everything time-stamped in the general description, and I'll have all relevant deck lists and links in the comment section below. But let me preface that real quick, if I can find all of the different deck lists. That's the problem. I have since deleted most of my old decks on the sim. I had 580-something deck lists, guys. I had to get rid of those and start fresh. You know, you guys know how it is. Had to do a little bit of spring cleaning. So some of these deck lists I might not be able to replicate or find or whatever. So bear with me on that, but I'll try to list as many of them as I can in the comment section below. All right, so let's do this, guys. Today's meant to be a more chill, lighthearted video for the weekend. Let's go ahead and hop into this, into the first game here of Black Smoker versus Red Green Smoker. That's right, guys. We got some smoker on smoker action here. Volume is off. Speed is on 2x. Now it is. And here we go. In fact, I think one of the games we're going to be looking at today might have some older cards in it that aren't even legal anymore. So y'all bear with me if something is outdated on here. Like I said, I got to get through these videos so we can keep the content moving forward, right? Okay, so right here, we swing in for 5. They're going to take it. That's pretty greedy. I'm a 5-life leader, and I'm going first. And we're going to slam down a Brook, and we're going to pass the turn. And they play out their turn. They play out a 1 cost, a 3 cost, and they're doing pretty well now. But I think we have a lot of things that can get rid of what they have on the board here. Yep, we're just going to go ahead and play out the TCG here. We're going to swing for 5, getting rid of that card. I do put a Dawn on my Smoker, so I can get the +1 for the turn on that, and we smash through. Okay. So they have a lot of cards in hand, guys. They have a lot of cards in their hand. Let's see what they choose to do with it. They're going to swing 6 into 4. I could save this. It looks like I am going to save it. We're going to keep that going so we could try to get rid of this Smoker, okay? I would really like to be able to remove their Smoker this turn. They're going to play out a TCG. Yep, that's what I thought was going to happen. Let's see if we can still do this. I don't think we can still do this now. Maybe we can. Maybe we can't. I don't remember at all. Let me pause this and let's try to figure it out real quick if we can. Yeah, so this turn what we can do is TCG -2 to the other TCG. And guys, we got Smoker on Smoker violence today, and we got TCG on TCG violence going on right here. So we can do -2 to the cost of it with our TCG, dropping their TCG down to 1. Swing in for 5 with our Brook, KOing the TCG, getting that off the board. And then we can, with the remaining 6 Dawn, attach 1 Dawn to our leader, play out the 5 cost TCG in our hand to -4 their Smoker, use our leader effect, -1 more, and remove it, and go from there. Okay, let's see what we choose to do here. Okay, looks like I might do it in the other order. Yeah, -4 there. So now we're going to do the -1 more to the cost. Looks like I might just try to remove it right here and have them tap the TCG. And then we will swing into it again, getting rid of it. Okay, that's a whole nother option, guys. Okay, so that was a whole nother option. And we end up getting rid of that card as well. And we get to keep our TCG standing. So I did like that quite a bit. But I think either way would have done the trick just fine. Okay, so they're going to swing 5 into 4 here. I'm going to let that go because I can get it back with Rebecca anyway. They're going to play out another TCG. You hate to see it. I think right here we should play out the Jack here. That's what I would do. Let's see if that's what the past tense version of me would do. Okay, all right, here we go. Going to play out the E-Show instead. We get rid of one of their other 8-cost Eustace kids. We're going to pass the turn back. I don't know about that looking back, guys. I kind of like the idea of playing out the Jack here, but I guess now with the TCG we have on the board and our E-Show, we can go -5 to the Eustace Kid and get rid of it with our Jack next turn. So there were a few different ideas there, and now our board's active. They can't attack into our board. They're going to play out another Eustace Kid. Very annoying, but that's okay. They're going to swing for 9. Of course, we're going to take that. They'll swing for 6. We'll probably take this as well. Okay, yep, we do. Oh, very nice. We end up getting a Kobe. So let's see how we go about this turn. I'm actually very curious. You know, looking back, I don't always... In fact, we can just attack 10 into 8 right there. That's going to be very nice. They have 1 Dawn left. Do they have a Rad Beam? They have a 0-cost 3K. Not bad. Okay, let's see what we choose to do here. We're going to play out the Rebecca, cheating out the Brook to KO the Tashigi. Now we're probably, we still have 5 Dawn left for the turn. There's a lot of different things we can do here, guys. There's a lot of different things we can do here. We're going to -2 to that cost, play out another Rebecca, grabbing back a 2K counter, cheating out another Brook over our other Brook, getting rid of that Eustace Kid, and now we'll swing in for 6, and we'll swing in for 7. Okay, they get out of that attack. They're down to 1 life. They are in so much trouble right now. I can't even express it to you guys. Our board is stacked. We have built-in removal. We have double blocker. We have 2 life. We have, 5K counter in hand. We're in a very good spot here. They're going to swing for 7. Might even just take this. Now, we clear up the board space first. They're going to play out a Zoro. Okay, are they trying to get us here? Are they trying to do a little, take us out in 1 turn? It looks like it. We'll go in 2K, 1K out of that. They have 2 Dawn left. They're going to stand 2 Dawn as active with their leader effect. They're going to swing in. We're going to block this with Rebecca no matter where, pretty much no matter where they go. Even if they go into our E-show, we're still just going to block with Rebecca. Actually, a 1K counter might have been even better there. Okay, they play out a Rosinante. Seems good, but we do have a Jack in hand. So let's see what ends up happening there. We can also just attack with our Brook, by the way. Just attack for 4 into their 8K. Who cares? And just remove the Rosinante. Yep, looks like that's what we're going to do. We'll just pop that. They'll just let it go. Seems good. We have 10 Dawn left for the turn. Or we still have 9 Dawn left for the turn here. Let's see what we choose to do. -1 there. Play out this guy. Pop that. And now there's pretty much... Whoops, pause. Yeah, so we were going to just load everything up on each show and just smash everything into face. Good game to our opponent. Green has always, like, pretty naturally struggled against black. Okay, next up we got a game of Purple-Yellow Crocodile. Okay, we got a game of Purple-Yellow Crocodile versus Blackbeard. That's right, pretty tough matchup for any yellow deck is Blackbeard, because some of the more powerful effects do come from the on-play effects in yellow. So we're going to smash in for 8 here. They're going to take that pretty gladly, I think. They're up to 7 cards in hand, and let's see what they choose to do now. They're going to swing in for 5. I think we should counter out of this. We don't want to take life too loosely against Blackbeard, because they're probably going to turn off our on-play effects to hurt our Dawn. Okay, we're going to swing in for 5 here. Let's see what they choose to do. Give me a 2K counter. We'll take that. And now they already have a Burgess on the board, but I can pretty much guarantee you if they turn that thing sideways, we are going to be attacking straight into it. Okay, they do trash a Burgess with their Searcher stage. Let's see what they choose to pick up. Okay, then they use This Is My Era. So Burgess is getting pretty strong now. He's already at 6K. They're going to swing for 8. We are going to take that. We did get a trigger. Do we choose to use it? Looks like we're going to choose to trash our Nico Robin from hand to play out this trigger body. Seems good. And we have the Kikinojo on the board now as well. They did use Black Hole very, very intelligently there, because we could have ripped their life away with the Nico Robin if they had not. But let's see what we choose to do here. We're going to swing 5. We're probably going to swing 5, swing 6, swing 6, or 7. Okay, and then play out the Kikinojo. Okay, so we just wanted to swing 6 there and leave 1 Dawn active in case we want to use our Oh Come My Way. They're going to play out Lafitte here to do a search. Let's see what they get. Okay, I didn't reveal it. They're going to swing in for 5 here. 5 into 5. I'll give them a 1K because now they're going to swing 7 into it, and now I get to basically save a 2K, 1K into my life. And I could even redirect the attack. And notice I was thinking about redirecting the attack there. That would have been pretty... That would have hurt them quite a bit if we would have redirected that. But now we have 2 on-KO effects on the board that my opponent does not want to trigger at all. They play out a Kuzan and pass the turn. Okay, seems good. I think, so we have 8 Dawn here. We're going to go 7 into 7. We're going to swing every card into this. Every card's going into this Burgess here. He lets it go. We'll swing 5 into 1. We're trying to mitigate some board, some board presence here, and we're just trying to stay as wide as we can. They're going to play out a Searcher here. They're probably searching for the 10 cost Newgate, or excuse me, the 10 cost Teach if I had to guess. All right, let's see what they choose to do here. That Kuzan is really good here. The 5 cost Kuzan, very solid. All right, let's see what they choose to do with it. They still have their entire turn here. I think they should swing into my board with the Kuzan and then try to get a card out of their trash with it. But again, who knows what they're going to do. We do have the speed is on 2x, guys. We're just waiting for our opponent. They're going to use the leader effect to turn off our on-play effects next turn. Excuse me, now let's see what they do. They're going to go 7 into 5. We're going to take that. We're absolutely going to take that hit there. And now they still have 6 Dawn left for the turn. They're going to use the Kuzan to draw a card, playing out the Van Augur, -3 to that card, popping it. I do get to gain a life, which is nice. And now they're going to swing 6 into what? They're going to go 6 into 6. They're on a 9 Dawn turn. I'm going to let it go. They do lose 2 Dawn there. They play out the Kuzan. They're playing this very well. The Blackbeard player is playing this extremely well right now. And you hate to see it, right? You hate to see it. I'm just kidding. Okay, we're going to go 6 into Van Augur here. Let's see if he wants to give me that last card. He does not. We'll go 5 into that. He did get to draw 2 cards from that. But hey, what do? We have to clear up this board some way. We have to, you know, keep this as competitive as we can. So they cleared up a lot of all of my on KO effects, but that's okay. We play out a Eustace Kid here. That is a massive card for them to deal with. It's going to be very hard to deal with that Eustace Kid for them. And remember, they're on 9 Dawn again because they got rid of my Magellan last turn. They're going to go 6 into 6 here. We have to let that go, unfortunately. Whatever they swing in here with the Kuzan, we're going to let go as well. I don't think we should counter out of it. And yeah, we'll see what they do. So they're searching like crazy right now. They have a lot of cards. They have 22 cards in their trash right now. If they swing in with this Kuzan and then bring back a Burgess, that's going to be a very, very big attacker. Let's see what they choose to do. Let's see what they choose to do. They're going to trash a Burgess with a leader effect here to turn off my own plays. They're going to swing for 7. We're going to take that, of course. We get a Magellan. Not too bad. And now let's see what they do. Probably, okay, pulling back a Van Augur. They are very obsessed with removing my board. It seems like the right play here, but I think they can actually get more aggressive and do even better in this situation. But hey, that's okay. I'm not gonna try to help my opponent win, right? We're not in the business of trying to help our opponent win here. Let's see what we choose to do here. Looks like we might play out the Kikinojo. I might swing 5 into life, but I could go 6 into Van Augur. That's what I'm thinking about doing here. Looks like I might just go 8 into it. 9. Okay, yeah, just leave 1 Dawn active. Seems good. They do get to draw a card, but we have board control back, and now we can use Oh Come My Way if I need to. Okay, so they're going to swing in for 5 here. Probably just take this. Could 1K counter out as well, because he's probably going to slam down the 10 cost this turn. I think it would be smart of me to counter out, so we choose not to, of course. They're going to play out the 10 cost Teach here. They did use the black hole effects to turn off our leader, or excuse me, our on play effects, and we're going to play out a Basil Hawkins, and we're going to pass the turn. Because remember, our Magellan cannot attack that turn from the Marshall D. Teach's character effect. Excuse me. Okay. Here we go. We're filling out the board. We have ways to gain life now. We have No Come My Way. We're starting to stabilize a little bit, and more importantly, we're actually about to mill this Marshall D. Teach out of the game, right? They have like 24 cards in their trash now, 23, 24 cards in trash. They're going to swing for 13 here. Looks like we might take this. Let's see what happens. We're going to take this. It's a beige. I kind of like the idea of just not using beige here and trying to see if he's going to swing. Okay, very nice. We're going to use an Oh Come My Way, and we'll push it over to the Basil Hawkins to rip his life card away. And now we might have a reverse lethal on our hands here, guys. Let's see what he ends up getting from his life. Let's see what he ends up getting from his life. Because we can actually try to do, like, we don't have exact lethal. Let me see what we can do here. So we have a 6K body, a 6K body, and a 5K body, right? So that's 12 plus 5 is 17 times, or excuse me, plus 10. That puts us at 27,000 power. We can divide across 3 attacks. So that could be a 9K, 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 or it could be an 8K, 9K, 10K, or it could be a 7K, 9K, 11K. What are we willing to risk? And have I been doing my due diligence and seeing what my opponent has been drawing for the turn? I don't know. I don't remember, to be honest. Okay, so I think I kind of like the 7, 9, 11 play here. I feel like that's something they probably can't get out of if the 7K goes through. Well, they did. So now I think it's going to be a 7, 9, 11. Does he have any... might even do a 7, 8, 12. No, 7, 9. Let's see if he has it. In order to get out of this 11 here, okay, Liberation, that makes it where our leader cannot use their effect here. We don't care about that. We're coming in for 11. So the idea was, okay, first of all, look at their hand. What would they have needed there? To get out of those attacks, they would have needed a... so the 7 would take a 2K, 1K, a 9 would take a 2K, 2K, 1K, and then the 11 we swung with at the end there would have taken 3 2Ks and a 1K. Well, they only had 4 cards in hand, so they'd had to draw on exactly what they needed, and look what their hand was. Good game. Guys, redirecting the attack to the Basil Hawkins allowed me to go for lethal this turn. So Purple Yellow Croc, very deceptively good deck. It's a very subtly strong deck. Okay, now we got another purple-yellow game. We got a game of purple-yellow Nico Robin versus blue-yellow Nami. Okay, 2x speed, volume's off, and here we go. Not blue Nami, blue-yellow Nami from OP11. And notice we are trying Jaguar D-Sol in here. That's a new 6-cost character that can draw 2 cards on play. We're going to start off going second. We're going to play out a Shirahoshi. Typically speaking, Blue-Yellow Nami does want to go first, and that's exactly what they do every time. They want to attack in, they draw a card from it, they can use their leader effect this turn now, and let's see what happens here. I don't really have a play at all. Notices, I mean, I guess I could have played out Jaguar D-Sol, but I'm going to trash the Jaguar D-Sol to Ramp of Dawn. They take the hit, and remember, Purple Yellow Nico Robin has Banish built in. So they just lost that card. It was a 2K counter. They're going to play out the Nami here. Let's see what they choose to do. I think they should have aggressively countered out of that if they could have, by the way, because then they can get their hand size down so they can keep drawing cards from their leader effect. Okay, so we counter out of this. Looks like now we're going to probably play out this Jaguar D-Sol. We're going to swing in for 6 here. Let's see what happens. They'll probably just use their leader effect. Excuse me, they can't use leader effect. They have to give me a 2K counter. We're going to play out the Jaguar D-Sol to draw 2 cards, and now it's our opponent's turn. And next turn, we will be on 9 Dawn. They're going to play out Charlotte Linlin. I'm probably just going to take this. They draw a card from that. Seems pretty good. They're going to swing for 5. We'll give them a 1K counter here. I think I should have gave them the 6-cost Zoro, but that's okay. Okay, let's see what happens here. We're going to swing for 6. Again, they have no Dawn on their leader. I don't think they're playing this deck exactly the way they should be. We're going to swing for 6 now with Banish. They give me a double 1K. I'm going to play out the Katakuri, get that card out of here, and now our board's getting pretty big here. They're going to swing for 8 with the new blue Secret Luffy from OP11. Are they going to bounce back to Shirahoshi? They are. They're going to go 9 into 6. I can save this card, but do I want to? It looks like I'm really considering it. Notice what I'm doing in my hand right now, like with the mouse. Yep, we're going to save that card. Now he's going to go into it one more time, and we're going to save it. Okay, I didn't expect him to swing in with a 6K, I don't think. But hey, we got rid of the we did save the card, but at what cost? Okay, we'll go 6 into 6 here. This is going to take a card out of hand. Very nice. And now let's see what we choose to do. Okay, it looks like they messed something up there. I'm not sure what. I think they used their leader effect. I am not sure. Maybe that was the plan, to just use the leader effect. Okay, well, that's fine with me. It looks like I'm really considering just getting rid of this card. Yeah, just swing 14 into 8. Get rid of it. Keep board control. I have a Dawn up that I can use this turn to draw 2 I can cycle 2 with my Gum Gum Giant. All right, he plays out the Charlotte Linlin. I have to give him a life this time because I'm feeling a little bit, I'm feeling pretty vulnerable at this point right here. We're going to 2K counter out of that, and here we go. We'll play out the Jaguar D-Sol maybe. Actually, I kind of like the idea of playing out the Linlin just to gain life and get a big body on the board. We'll see what happens, though. Here we go. We're going to swing for 7. We're going to force his leader effect right away. Okay. He trashes a Slave Arrow and uses a Zeus. So now we're going to swing 7. Now we're going to swing 8. He takes both of those. I'm going to play out a Jaguar D-Sol. And okay, man, if I had 1 Dawn active this turn, it would have been so nice. Or at least potentially it could have been. They're going to play out another Charlotte Linlin. I'm going to let them gain life. I am getting in, like I said, I'm feeling a little bit vulnerable at this point, so I'm going to let them start gaining life here. I'm going to use the effect of the Gum Gum Giant here to cycle through some cards, and now they're probably going to swing 8 more into it. Actually, they just pass. I don't know if that was intended or not, because I would have attacked into that Linlin. 7K, Banish, they take it. 7K, they take it. 7K. Are they going to get out of one of these? They got to get out of one of these, right? Okay, we're going to swing in for 9. Yeah, I think we're just going to swing in for 8. Just kidding. They take that. Play out Shirahoshi. Play out Shirahoshi. I have a Nora Beam Sword, and this is not going to go well for my opponent here. What did they just do? They used, they trashed a card to get rid of the Aramaki. They swing in. I'm not sure what happened. I don't know why they left when they did, but what was going to happen there was I was going to pay 2 for my Nora Beam Sword. I was going to rest down one of their Linlins, and then I was going to 1K counter out of it, and I have a Gum Gum Giant for next turn. I still have 2 life. I have the Shirahoshi. This was bad news bears for my opponent right here, guys. Bad news bears. In fact, what I probably could have done as well is I could have just tapped down the Aramaki and gone for lethal next turn, but I don't think he's going to be able to save all this is kind of the idea. Maybe he meant to go 7K into one of my characters. I have no idea. Whatever the case is, good game to my opponent. They were in a rough spot. All right, now we got a game of Rebecca. That's right, guys. Rebecca. Pretty long game here. We got an 18-minute game here. Don't worry. 2x speed. Volume's off. Here we go. This was the game. I think I mentioned this earlier. This is running a few older cards that are no longer available to us. We do not have access to Gecko Moria anymore, unfortunately. But here we go. This is a game of Rebecca using the new Zoro. It's pretty much an all-black deck running lots of removal. And we got the stage down, which is really good for us, so we're going to be able to attack in later on very aggressively. I'm going to counter out of this very aggressively, of course, because Rebecca wants to keep her hand size very low so she can keep using her leader's effect. We're going to play out the 4-cost Frankie here and pass the turn back. Remember, or for the newer players out there, remember, Rebecca cannot attack at all. The leader cannot attack, unfortunately. Okay, let's see what they choose to do. Lucci's on their 6th Dawn turn here. Let's see what they're going to try to pull off. We do have a blocker. Now, Frankie's not as good in this deck as it is in something like Blue-Black Usopp, where it can draw cards on KO. But hey, we attack in, or they attack in, we block it, we get another blocker on the board. Seems good to me. We'll take the extra value whenever we can get it. It looks like they have a Rob Lucci in their trash. Now, let's see what they're going to do. They've got 5 Dawn to follow up. Do they have maybe... I was going to say, it looks like they can't use Kaku because they only have 1 CP card in their trash. They're going to play out a Who's Who. They're going to trash a card with that, a Suru to get rid of my Bartolomeo. So that's 2 2K counters they just went through for that effect there, just to get rid of my Bartolomeo. I'm okay with that. We do search up a Luffy there. Looks like we might play out the Kairos here. And we're just going to pass and then pass on that. We didn't have a lot of great options there. I will say, like, looking back, our hand's a little bit awkward. Establishing the Orlumbus might have been the better call there, but I feel like Orlumbus is going to get removed immediately. So what I want to do is I want to combo it on an 8-Dawn turn with something like the Zoro so I can get the full value right away, and they have more targets to worry about on the board. And Kairos getting on the board, it becomes hard for them to deal with it. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here. They just did -2 cost to the Kairos with the Suru. So I'm seeing 3 2K counters right now, guys. 3 2K counters. They're going to play out the Jack. Are they going to try to get rid of my Kairos? Guys, okay, they get rid of the Idio. Seems good. That was a much better play. They scared me for a minute there. They're going to swing for 5. We'll 2K counter out of this one. They'll swing for 5 more. We'll take it. We get a draw 2, trash 1 trigger, I think, but we're going to save that for cost reduction here because we're going to try to get rid of this Jack. We're going to try to get rid of this card if we can. It looks like we can go -3, -4 would put him from 11 down to 4, and then I think we can get rid of it. We're on a 9 Dawn turn. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to swing for 5. They can just give me the blocker here. Okay, they give me a 1K counter. Seems good. Actually, that would have been very, that would have not been very smart to give me the blocker, right? Because then I can attack straight into it, and I wouldn't have to play out the Luffy this turn. Okay, we have 10 cards in the trash. All right, looks like I'm going to use the leader effect here to grab a blocker Idio. And we're going to stand this card up, and we're probably going to attack into the Who's Who. Okay, just putting back the exact cards I want at the bottom of my deck in the order I want, because that is kind of important with Rebecca. You will go through your deck once or twice. I'm going to go 8 into 8. That was a little bit greedy, but we did get a 1K counter out of their hand. They're down to 3 cards in hand, and here we go. Yeah, they're in a little bit of trouble here, though. That's for sure. They're in a little bit of trouble. So they're going to -5 with Ice Age. Again, remember, this is before the ban. Sorry, guys. This one's a little bit dated, a little bit outdated, but that's okay. They're going to play out a Gecko Moria. Seems pretty good here. And we do still have a Orlumbus Zoro plus Hawk Couture Patchwork combo we can do here. If we need to. If we need to. Okay, -2 there. They're going to swing 6 into face. I do have a 2K counter. Let's see if I choose to use it. Might go 1K, 1K, just to get my hand size down. No, we just give him a 2K. Okay, they're going to swing for 5, and now we give him an Idio. And our life is still very healthy, so we're still in this game for sure. We're still definitely in this game. They have 1 card left in hand, by the way. 1 card. So we're in a very good position. We'll go 6 and a 5. Does he have another 2K counter? No, he does not. Very nice. Okay, now let's see what we're going to do here. Looks like we're going to play out the Orlumbus. We're going to use the leader effect here to find what we need. We're going to -4 to the Gecko, choosing to KO my Kairos, cheating the KO with my stage, using the Zoro to get rid of that card. I'm going to swing 5 into that. He lets it go very wisely, and now it's my opponent's turn. I swung it with the Orlumbus to get some pressure off of me, because I'm fine with him attacking into the Orlumbus if that's what he wants to do, because then I'll swing into his board next turn anyway. I'm kind of baiting him to attack into my Orlumbus right now. Okay, looks like they're going to use the Jack here to cycle a card, and it will get rid of my Kairos because I can't tap my stage or my leader to save it now. Seems good. Okay, they play out another Jack. That's not what we wanted to see. Yeah, we didn't want to see that. They're playing out a Suru here to get rid of my Zoro, and here we go. Let's see what they choose to do. 7 into face is a mistake. Not going for my Orlumbus is a mistake here, guys. That is a mistake. We do take the 7K. Swinging for 5, we can get out of that one. Let's see what we choose to get out with. I like using the Orlumbus here, but that's okay. I guess we're not going to do that. And here we go. We draw into a Luffy. That's pretty good in this situation, I'm not going to lie, because they have nothing in their hand. I can just go into everything right here. Let's see what I choose to do. Let's see if I choose to do... What I should do here is 6 into the Borsalino, play out the Luffy, 8 into both of their guys, and then go from there. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. No, I notice I'm clicking random cards here. It's just not the right play. Do this. Now I'm just going to send everything back at this point. Everything but a few 4 costs and 2 costs for my next turn Gecko Moria follow-up, and then we'll be good. 8 more into that. And here we go. Leader effect. We'll grab a 2K counter here. My opponent's turn. It's at this point in the game, you know, 30 minutes later or 20 minutes later, whatever it ends up being, where it's like, okay, Rebecca's finally in it, right? We're back in the game. They're going to go 6 into face here. They're trying to just go aggressive. They're going to go 6 and 9 into face, and I'm going to take that, but now it's going to be blockers for days. It's going to be blockers for days, guys. It's going to, okay, play out the Gecko Moria, playing out the Frankie. I like playing out the Rebecca there. I think Rebecca would have been slightly better. That's okay. We still have enough counter power in hand, and from this point on, they are in oodles of trouble. Our Luffy will be standing up normally next turn, and we can go from there. We have 2 blockers on the board. There's pretty much nothing they can do at this point. Okay, let's see. They're going to play out a Rebecca, probably grab back a Jack, if I had to guess. Playing out a Hina. Okay. -4. Let's see where they go with this. I think the Lucci understands at this point they're in way too much trouble, so I think they might just try to start going for lethal here. Nope, they're going to go for the board, but that's fine. We're just going to counter out it. We're going to let, excuse me, we're just going to let the Olympus go. As long as I can try to protect these other cards. Okay, it looks like I couldn't though. He's going to get rid of my Luffy. Seems good. That was the best case scenario for them, for sure. Okay, but now I'm untapping with some tempo, right? I'm untapping. I have the initiative now. They're in trouble now, right? My opponent is in a lot of trouble now. We're going to play out this Zoro here to pop the Lucci, filling up our trash a little bit, playing out the Hawk Couture Patchwork. Looks like we're going to play out the Kairos. We're going to do a search here. You guys see where this is going, right? Like this is the spot that no one wants to be in. Past the turn, we're swinging in with blockers. That's a real bad sign for you if your opponent is starting to swing in with their blockers. I guess it depends on the deck list. You know, some decks actually do just swing in with the blockers. Okay, they're going to swing for 15 into something. Yep, that's going to be met with a blocker. And here we go. Yeah, just start swinging in, and then we just drop down some blockers. Like I said, guys, blockers on blockers on blockers at this point. And Gecko Moria plus the Frankie, gross. Absolutely gross. Okay, they take the 9K hit there. All right, let's see what happens. Looks like I'm going to play out the stage just to dump some cards out of my hand. Yep, fill up my trash a little bit, and we're going to pass the turn. No way they're getting out of this one, guys. Spoiler warning, they're not getting out of this one. They're not getting out of this one. Okay, here we go. They play out a Sabo. Definitely a good card to have in this situation, to be honest, you know, to get around my KO. But I think I just have too many attacks here, right? I think we just have too many attacks. Okay, we'll see what they do. They still have 5 Dawn left for the turn. Maybe they try to swing for like 11 into one of my characters. Maybe that's going to be the right call here. But I don't know. To be honest, guys, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. Looks like they're slow playing me a little bit. That's for sure. Okay, no. They're going to swing 6 into what? 6 into my my guy, my Frankie. I'm going to 2K counter out of that. They have 4 Dawn. Play out the Rebecca. Grab a 2K counter back, I'm sure. And maybe play out something else. They're just going to pass. Yeah, they just can't get anything done right at this point. Good game to my opponent. We had him in a checkmate situation there. All right, now we got one more game, guys. We got a game of Red, Blue, Marco. That's right. One of my favorites here. One of my favorite decks here. Speed is on 2x. Volume's off. Here we go. The version that I like to run of Marco is kind of all over the place. I like to have a lot of cost reduction built in and a lot of removal, and then a little bit of aggression as well. Notice we have the 5 cost Luffy in here. We have the Monet, very nice. So let's see what happens here. We're gonna very nice. That's the card I was looking for, guys. I was looking for that Sanji. So we're gonna swing in for 6 here. He's gonna tap down my Monet. He'll take it. I'm gonna play out the Sanji. Their turn. Okay, if he wants to swing into my Monet, that's okay, because another thing that Marco really struggles with is having blockers down early on and taking life too quickly. They start to really struggle. Okay, my opponent is just making an entire wall of blockers here. I kind of like it. I do kind of like that. I'm not going to lie. So we're going to go leader effect here. We're going to put a Luffy on the bottom of the deck here. We're going to swing for 6, and I think we're going to swing for 6 and then swing for 7. Or try to at least. Oh, excuse me. He did tap down my guy. Now we'll swing in for 7 more. They take that one. Seems good. And now next turn, here comes Edward Newgate. Edward Newgate is actually so good in this deck, guys. So they're going to go 6 and a 3. We'll draw a card. Seems good. Okay, we're on an 8 Dawn turn here. They did keep our Luffy tapped with that carrot. Seems good. We'll use leader effect. Excuse me. I guess we should have used the Newgate first because we could have swung for 7. That's okay. All right, let's see what they choose to do here. We get rid of the carrot with the leader effects plus the Edward Newgate. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10k counter power in hand. So we're going to 1k counter out of this one. They're going to play out Smoker. They're going to play out Tashigi. Very annoying. My opponent's doing everything they're supposed to do here. It's very annoying, guys, I have to say. Okay, let's see what happens here. We're going to -2 to the Smoker here. We're going to use the effect to pop the Tashigi. And then it looks like we're probably going to play out this... let's see what we're going to do here. Okay, we -4 there. We're going to play out the Vista. Very nice. So we had -4 in that Smoker. We play out the Vista. We still have 5 Dawn left for the turn. I kind of like playing out the Sabo here, and then we are in really good shape. But I need to wait before I play it out. I need to attack first. So we're going to swing in here for 8. They're going to tap down my leader. Seems good. Play out the Sabo. They can't remove anything now. They're on their 10 Dawn turn. And now they can't remove anything with KO because I'll just return the Sabo back to my hand. So very, very tough situation I just put them into. They're going to swing for 5. I think we're going to take this because we only have 5 cards in hand. Okay, we actually counter out very defensively there. Nice follow-up. Very nice follow-up from my opponent playing out the 10-cost Doflamingo. That's a really, really good card, guys. A lot of people aren't using that card anymore for whatever reason because there's so many other options now. But hey, we're going to... looks like we're going to do something here. Let's see. Pulling back the Otama, pushing back the blocker there. We'll play out a blocker of our own. And it looks like we're going to set the cards the way we need them. I think we bottom decked all those cards. And now we're just going to pass the turn back. We have a blocker. We have ways to prevent KO with that Sabo. We're actually in a very good spot here. We have, we have a pretty decent amount of counter power as well. We got 6k counter power. So they're going to go 10 into 6. I think so. We're just going to let that card go. Interesting. Just going to let that card go. We could have blocked, but who knows? I guess I chose against that. They're going to go 10 into 8. I think we're going to give them the blocker here. They're going to have 5 Dawn follow-up here. Let's see what they play. Maybe the Smoker, stand up a Dawn. Okay. I was going to say maybe even a Cavendish would have been good as well there. All right. Well, now we do get a chance. Now we do get a chance to start eating this board up. We're going to attach a Dawn for free to our Marco. That's a pretty good top deck there. So we might put one of these 2k counters back on the top of our deck. Yeah, I like putting the chopper on top of the deck. Because now we can get rid of every single blocker on their board, guys. Get rid of that blocker, get rid of that blocker, get rid of that blocker. Swinging in for 7 because they're going to rest down something with their leader effect. I think I should have swung for 6 with my leader and dare him to use the Jozu, right? Or dare him to tap down the Sabo instead of the Jozu. Okay, they're going to go 10 into 8. We're going to let him have that. Okay, 10 more into 8. Here's the rest of my cards. Because next turn, I'm probably going to try to go for lethal. Let's see if they have a Cavendish follow-up here with something else. Okay, and more blockers? Guys, this is the most blockers I've ever seen. Playing out a Bonney. Seems good. Okay. All right, let's see what we're going to do here. Nice. Get a Red Rock. You love to see it. Their board's gone. So it looks like, I think what we should do here is Newgate, get rid of the Rosinante. And then right here, we can just swing in for 7 into probably face. Yep. We're going to 7 into face. They'll probably tap down. Okay, they tap down the leader. Interesting. We'll go 3 into 1. He lets it go. Red Rock. And it's going to be their turn. I think right here I should just swing in for 7. Yeah, basically force them to do something this turn to get out of this. And they do. They 2k, 1k to get out of it. What is their follow-up? They need another 10-cost Doflamingo if they want to make it to next turn. The only way they make it to next turn is with a 10-cost Doflamingo. Okay, 8 into that. That card's gone. He's got 7 Dawn for what? Cavendish into Tashigi's not going to do it, guys. So right here, I think I should swing for 7. They'll rest down my leader. Or who. It doesn't matter who, to be honest. It literally doesn't matter who. Does this go through? Okay, 0 cost 3k. Seems good. Now we get to swing for 7 and swing everything in. GG. That was a fun one. So, guys, that was it for today's video. Pretty quick video by my standards. I think I'll probably have to do one more video like this soon because I have like 5 or 6 other games I just want to get over with. And it's nice to, I think it's fun to see all these different leaders in one video as well. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Now, understand, this isn't how I'm going to normally do videos. I usually like to focus on one leader. We break it down. We break down the deck list and all that good stuff. But, you know, I think it's also fun to switch things up every now and then, like with what we saw today. I mean, we got to see Black Smoker in action, Purple Yellow Croc, Purple Yellow Nico Robin, Rebecca, and Red Blue Marco. And we got to see old school Gecko Moria, you know, squaring off, you know, in the Rebecca game versus the other Gecko Moria deck in Lucci. I just think it's, you know, it's kind of fun to revisit this from time to time. All right, tell me what y'all thought in the comments section below. Let me get the outro page on. Again, I do apologize, but I have recently, one of the main reasons we have to get through these games as soon as possible, number one, some of the cards were banned like we saw with Rebecca, and number two, I've gotten rid of a lot of the lists in my, sim. I did a little bit of spring cleaning. That a lot of those decks are gone. I had 581 decks. That's not an exaggeration. That's an exact number of how many I had. I had 581 of them. It's like, you know what? Most of these are outdated. Let's just get rid of them and just move on, go from here. So that's kind of what happened today, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed it, though. All right, I'm done. Please don't forget to like, subscribe. If you guys have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please don't hesitate to ask or hop on the VV Theory Discord. Link is in the channel description. Thank you to everybody who supports me, whether you're liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, viewing, using my TCG Player affiliate link, whatever you're doing, through Patreon, PayPal, donations, the Playmat supporters, the YouTube members, the Discord community. Everybody, thank you so much for all the help that you're giving me on this channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Keeping the dream alive, keeping the channel going. All right, I'm done. Again, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, don't hesitate to put those down in the comment section below. I do try to answer them as much as I can. Sometimes I miss them, but I try my best, guys. All right, hope y'all enjoyed. Until next time, peace.